Hi guys, and welcome back to Seymour Roses. It is another day here in the Seymour Roses studio. Sister, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling scared.
I would be too, especially knowing what we just went through at Love and War on Monday.
Which was?
It was, as mentioned previously in the last video that came out so long ago.
Oh my god, business bitch.
Business bitch, yes, business bitch. It did happen.
That was the last video we did.
That was the last video we did.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yes, it was.
So there are a lot of people who message me every week for the pod. And also, I guess we never gave an explanation. We took a break from the pod only because the competition was harder than we thought it was going to be. Preparing, right? No. Oh, it's just me?
Sure.
Why we take a break?
We took a break because we wanted to put in more effort in hopes of receiving better recognition, and that's why we took a break. Did that come into fruition?
No. Hell no.
Stay tuned. But we recently just came back from Horror Week.
You could say we had a little break. One of us needed it. One of us went to rehab. Regardless, we're better people now. I am.
This week, we were challenged to create a horror-themed performance with an original concept inspired by our drag. How we would be included in a horror film, whether that be the final girl, the killer, the first to die,
me,
and or something in between. I'm always in between. Yes, God.
These cheeks.
Ah.
I wanted to do something a little bit different, so I chose Michael Jackson, of course, because what's more scarier than...
What, sister? Scarier than what? Could you please tell the world what's so scary about Michael?
A man who loves children.
You know what I just keep thinking of?
What?
South Park. Do you remember Michael Jackson on South Park?
No.
Oh, it's really funny.
I don't watch South Park because I'm too busy Bible studying.
As you may have noticed, every time we do these episodes, we try to include something that we did in the competition in our current outfits that we wear for each episode.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a little taste of what we're going to be talking about today on how we created our concepts and what ended up happening with said concepts. Sister, what does horror mean for you?
Horror to me, growing up, I would like watching horror movies. So immediately I go to like slasher films. I go to like big iconic personas in horror. So Chucky, Freddy Krueger. This was kind of hard though because they wanted you to not use people. They wanted you to create your original concept. And I love that. I love that as much as I do. I think I'm a person that likes to recreate or reimagine different silhouettes or different horror icons. I'd be like, oh, how can you make that into like a drag clothing?
Yeah.
At least that's where my mind goes. So I was like, oh, great. How can I make something unique? Also, I'm not a spooky girl. That's not me. I rather go for sunshine and rainbows and bake a cake with everybody and eat it all and just be happy. She doesn't even go here. No, but I'd rather do that than be a spooky Dracula monster type tease. But how's horror for you, like Everly?
Horror for me is something that I've always gravitated towards. I just love being scared. I love the whole demonology, paranormal, witchcraft, ideology of it all. I think it's really fun. I like a good jump scare. I like a good psychological horror. I want to use the brain. I want to feel inspired, and I feel like back in the day it was a lot easier to do that because not everything has been done. And nowadays, like with modern horror, it's like you're either going to get a remake of something that's already been done but told in a different way, or something so off the wall that it made absolutely no sense, so it was kind of awful. So finding the like road of in between of pulling a reference but making it something completely original is something that I appreciate very much.
So like weapons.
Loved weapons.
Because it was like an original concept.
Yes.
A little bit.
I would say the thing is coming up with an original concept is kind of impossible, I would say, in the horror realm. And if you come up with something too original, then they're like, oh, then that's not horror because you didn't follow the guidelines. So I feel like you have to ride a good line of this has been done, but also this is the new way of taking it that hasn't been seen in a long time or not really at all. My go-to example when people ask me what horror movie I should watch, I go, oh, you should watch Malignant. That's mine only because it came
because
up.
you're Two-Faced, so you can relate.
Of course. The demons are always talking in my head. Unfortunately, they come out, and which causes all of you to be upset. And that's not my doing. I don't know what to tell you. It's him.
So, Everly, with that being said, before we get into this super serious episode that is Horror Week, I wanted to know, what are some of your favorite scary movies?
My favorite scary movies are ones that just leave a lasting impact, I think, on me. And that would be an OG slasher, would be Scream. It's my favorite scary movie. It's my favorite movie.
That one movie, like Scream 1, or like the whole franchise?
I think I love the whole franchise. I do love the first one very much, but I do love the franchise as a whole. I think it's stuck to a pattern that isn't making it cheesy of like going to space or going underwater or something just so unnecessary that doesn't make any sense. So there's no zombies.
For sure.
It's very much cut and paste. They're all the same, which that could be a complaint, which I mean, I could agree that too of like, oh, it's just another killer behind a mask.
For sure.
But at least it's sticking to some normality and realism that I can appreciate.
For sure. How do you feel about Ghostface having a shotgun instead of a knife?
Which movie was that?
Number 5? 6?
I don't remember. That was probably the newest one. I saw it, but probably like once.
Oh, wow. Big fan. My favorite horror movie of all time, I would have to say, is, it's kind of a cliche. People hate it. People hate on it. Cabin in the Woods. I think it because I am a creature feature fanatic, and that literally had like a Rolodex of creatures that you could pick from. Some of them were off-brand of like Resident Evil or whatever the case is. But whatever company that created that movie, whatever games they had the rights to, they added into there. Very, very small glimpses. I was doing research on TikTok about it the other day, and I was like, wow, this is sick. They had like over like 190 like cameos from different things.
So when coming up with the concept of what I wanted to do, I already had this outfit, I would say about 75% of the way done. And I thought, okay, let me think of what I can do with this. It has to be an original character, so I can't do Frankenstein. What can I do that's very, what this outfit gives? And I was like, okay, it's obviously different, two skin tones meshed together that change within the light. And so I need to think of something like that, like ripping skin. What goes with my aesthetic? And I was like, a seamstress that wants to make the perfect outfit. So she's using the skin of her victims to make one. Perfect. I said, that's the one. Now, how do I turn that into a performance-based idea? And I said,
For Horror Week.
For Horror Week. What do I do that tells that story through a small maybe monologue and then maybe just like some songs in here and there. And so I started planning it out, figuring it out, and I knew I needed at least one other person to make this work. And I was talking to you, and I was like, I don't know who I'm going to use, but I ended up going with Jesus because...
Who's that? I never met him.
No?
Yeah, I think my alter ego Dario has met him.
Oh, well, we'll later find out. Jesus is my trade that I wanted to use as my victim. And so he already lives with us. So I said, you know what? We're all going together. And that was, a little idea of backpacking the idea and getting ready to go to Austin. What about you?
I almost went to Austin with no idea. Like I said, horror is not my tea. It's not my jazz. I know I'm a campy girl, so I said I definitely wanted to feed into like the slasher final girl ditzy act. So I wanted to go ahead and ultimately decide, with the help of my friend Everly Rose and my mother, Iris Seymour, about me going to clown camp and being like the last standing girl. And with that idea, I packed it up and went to Austin.
Not only did you pack that up, but you also packed up some people, didn't you?
For sure. I wanted to make sure that the Seymours, my Seymour family, is known for their productions. They're known for their productions with 3 or 4 months of planning beforehand.
Not a night before, you would say?
With that being said, all my planning for this number, I created the number the day it was due, recorded everything myself, and did that until like 7 in the morning. I know I wanted to do a Seymour production, so I wanted to make sure I had not just me, but I wanted to have 3 or 4 people in it. With that being said, the people I casted canceled on me. Again, that's why I made the mix again last minute, because I had to edit some parts out and move some things around. That was it. I brought a whole bunch of gaggle people with me. I brought my drag mother, who I'm so gracious for. She helped me with all my package this season, and she was willing to help me out. I was supposed to have my drag sister, Phoebe Seymour, be the villain in my production, but she had to cancel last minute, so my mother had to fill in for that. So with that being said, I needed some clowns, so I brought my old best friend, Jose. Him and his boyfriend got an Airbnb. Well, I got an Airbnb for all of us, and then I also had a drag clown from Austin, Ooh La La, in my number as a camper. And yeah, I got us an Airbnb, and we dipped down there, and I said, Everly, you're basically gonna stay with us. So there we were, all a whole bunch of fags in Austin in one Airbnb, one douche, a lot of lube. Picture it.
Are you done throwing up? Perfect. Now, we get to the Airbnb and we do what we normally do on a Sunday night. Go out. I was not there, so that's what you were doing. Oh, no, I did go with you guys.
Yeah, you bought the baggie.
Oh, right. Yeah, from Purple Nation. Yes, I forgot. I do remember this.
Sorry.
So we go out to what is marketed as Latin Night yet again. And it's a whole gang of us. We're having a good old time. Do you have any memories from that?
No, I'm gonna be so honest with you. When I go to Austin as a drag queen, I told myself I'm gonna be sober and perform. Instantly drunk. I don't know what it is. Never fails. As a boy, blacked out. So we went as boys.
We did.
Sunday night to Latin night. No recollection of anything. None.
That's crazy.
No, sister. So can you tell me, what did I do that night?
I don't know what you did that night. I know what I did that night. That's why I was wondering if you had any stories to share.
I think I remember, if I remember correctly, us sitting down. I'm on my Bible app. I'm trying to read like
the verse of the day.
Yeah, I'm like David 17:3, whatever the case is.
Yes.
Everybody's over here. And I'm like, sister, is Twitter going off or something? And she's like, no. This guy is texting me, and he is saying, hey, you're really, really cute. Where are you at? I'm trying to find you. And Everly's like, I sent him a picture, and I told him I'm chilling at the patio. And I'm like, sister, go get your tray. And she's like, no, because he's really, really handsome. And, it's like, we're here chilling. We're vibing. I don't want to ruin the vibe. And I'm like, sister, you know what? I get you. And I'm like, sister, do you want me to get that for you? And she's like, no. And he's like, are you sitting at a table? And then I'm like, what's she talking about? I turn over. That dude's sitting at the table next to us, just like, and I'm just like, oh, sister. Hey, sister. I think he's looking for you. And Everly's like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? And I'm just like, sister, you're a slut. Do what you do best. Put out.
Let's remember, this man, I'm watching this man because I can see who he is. I don't know how he doesn't recognize me. I see him. I know where he's sitting. He gets up and he's walking around the patio, I guess searching. I tell him where I'm at. Out on the patio, under the TV. There's only one TV on the patio. He said, "What are you wearing? A black and white shirt." And he's just getting closer and like slowly, like fucking.
Sister, I understand. I was talking to you, and he breathed on my neck. Like, you don't understand. I was like, yes, sir. So, with that being said, he inched his way closer and closer and finally got the courage to sit down next to me.
Shut up.
He did. It was me. Me, him, and then Everly. You completely ignore me talking to Everly, obviously, of course. But I'm just like, okay, letting them talk, turn around, going through my bag, trying to get some weed, literally pull out my joint, pull it around, spark it. This man is tongue deep in my sister's throat. Tongue fucking deep. He's atop and he's moaning. Nipples getting licked.
No, through the shirt.
Sorry.
Through the shirt.
Everly's nipples are getting licked.
Yeah.
Not through the shirt.
My nipples were not out.
Fingers in the pants.
They were trying.
Am I saying anything false?
I feel like you're
Am I saying anything false?
I feel like you were exaggerating just a little bit.
No, I don't think so. I don't think I was exaggerating enough.
You say you're withholding some evidence from the court?
So I was just sitting there chilling, and then one of our other friends comes, and they're just chilling, and they're just like, oh my God. Hey, your friend is, and I'm like, yes, I know. It's a Sunday. It's about that time. She's ovulating. Yeah. We're having a good time. We're kicking it. She's having an even better time in the corner doing her little thing. She has a little toothpaste.
Doing my little dancey dance.
She's doing her little cookie. She's good.
With my juice.
Her juice. She's good. I look over and I'm like, hey, Everly, we can go ahead and eat. And she's like, I'm already eating. Like, okay, sister, are you gonna like Uber or like what? She's like, sister, I'm good. Everly got to the Airbnb. That's all you guys need to know.
Things are happening. I'm realizing while things are happening that he. Don't look at me like that. That he sort of, kind of, maybe, in my head, looks like this man that I may or may not have a crush on, which, was sickening.
I love you.
I'm cutting that. During the day, once I'm finally arisen from my slumber, I am brutally awakened by 3 loud clowns stomping in the living room, trying to practice this number that they just choreographed that day.
Out of thin air.
Out of thin air. And how was practice going in your head, sister?
I'm going to be honest with you right now. And Lori, I'm looking at you in the fucking eyes. We choreographed that number, and it was so amazing. We had it down to a T. Until my drag mother came. My drag mother is so damn intimidating. When I tell you, I had these boys down for 3 hours, down to a T. Amazing. And I'm telling you, just like my drag mom to spook them. They were actually doing a really, really, really great job. I'm not blaming my drag mom on that. I'm just saying there's a connection.
Like you were.
No, it's a connection. It's definitely a connection. I'm not saying she's the reason we bond everything. That's not what I'm saying.
Of course not.
That's not what I'm saying. You said that. You said that? Oh, well, close on it. No, my mother helps me with everything. I'm so grateful, genuinely. No, but they had it for some reason. And then when she got there, got nervous. I totally understand. Even I still, after a year and a half being her daughter, I still get a little bit intimidated. I just think with me, I want to make her proud, so I freeze up. I'm like, I want to do the best.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can relate with Lucy.
Very.
When she came over here and made you like sew a whole outfit in like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you yelled at you when you did it wrong.
Yelled at me when I did it wrong because she told me that I did it. Because she told me how to do it that way. And then she did it, and then she did it wrong. And she said, oh, Well, you have to do it like this now.
Yep. I love that.
Ooh, gets me.
The mother's love, you know what I mean?
Has no problem pointing it out when you do it wrong, but when they do it wrong, it's like, well, oh well, that sucks, doesn't it?
When Iris is helping me sometimes make my clothes, she'll cut stuff. She's like, oh my God, I think I cut this wrong. Well, we'll see how it turns out. And she's like, it's not mine. And she'll tell me that. And then she told me too, she's like, hey, a lot of your clothes fit me. She's like, she said, I'll wear your little Sylveon look. And she would turn it out. But she was like, I just feel like I don't know how to make clothes for me, so all your clothes are just like, and I told her, I thought they're all baggy.
I love it. So Iris gets there to, intimidate the boys. And you.
They all shrivel up and their nuts go in their bodies.
Yes. Suddenly,
nobody knows how to act.
Me?
Everly goes in the bathroom, locks the door.
I lock the door. I start painting because
cannot be bothered.
I have special effects I got to get done because this is not how I looked. This outfit and this hair, yes. My face, very different. I had scarring down my eyes, scarring up here in my cheek with a needle through it. I put in the work. I was also doing huge-ass character brow. I did the work. And if you want to see that, which I highly recommend you do, please go to my personal Instagram and go watch that reel because it is sickening. It was a brilliant time. And not only did I put special effects on myself, but I did also put it on Jesus, which I think really made the performance what it was. But we'll get more into that in a minute. I am painting. I'm doing my thing. They're practicing. We're all doing our own little thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh no. Once Iris gets there, we're no longer practicing.
Oh.
I'm painting. I have
all of them.
I have to paint me and these two other clowns. I've only painted one person in my life. You can see here. Mwah, mwah. I'm open for commissions. Mugged by Dazey. More like mugged by Dazey. Yeah, I only painted one person in my life. Did not turn out the way I wanted it to. Looking back, I was like, wow. She really trusted me.
And then I had to go in and fix everything.
Yep, and she was also eliminated in my face. So there's that. Robbed, but eliminated. It was definitely very interesting. I noticed when I went back and looked at them, I thought the lines were too small, and then I just kept making every line on them bigger and bigger, and then I was like, oh my God, now it's looking muddier.
On the boys. Talking about Jose's face. It was too dark.
No, him and, they were, it was like, my lines kept getting bigger and bigger because I felt like it wasn't enough. And then I was like, no, we're clowns, there has to be more. And then once it got too big, I was like, maybe I don't need y'all. No, I'm super. I honestly, 100%. They needed me when I asked. It was no hesitation. Ooh La La, my drag mother, and Jose, 100% love them. We also came up with the concept because I was also missing another person, and then Ooh La La, me, and Jose came up with the concept of having a puppet be the other voice that I was missing. If you were to ask me, I was very, very resourceful, and I genuinely tried my best. We'll get to how I turned out later. If you ask me how it was, I had a fun experience putting it together. Did you have a fun experience putting your package together?
Putting my package together, I would say no.
For this week, at least.
Yeah, no, I didn't have a fun time putting it together. I was in my head about it, and I was like, I think it's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
I was really proud of my outfit, but there's just something about horror and spooky numbers that I really appreciate and love to do because I don't get to do them very often.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I do them, I think I do them very well compared to sometimes my other numbers. And so I really like doing it. So I was just hoping that it was going to turn out good. But I was like, you never know what is going to translate and what's not going to translate.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I wanted to show. And so I was like, okay. This is what I can do in the moment. It's enough. It's dumbed down enough with at least a good metaphor and concept and reasoning also there that is enough to keep my stimming. So I was okay and proud of my package, but I don't think I had a fun time doing it.
No.
Not making it no.
No.
Mm-mm.
I feel like you're a type of person, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but like when it comes to this and you're like, I want to do production, you're like, I want to add more, more, more. And that adds more and more stress to you. And when you cut things, you're like, it's not going to be as good as I want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then you instantly go into like self-doubt. And you're just like,
Yeah.
if it's not X, Y, and Z plus A, B, and C, it's not good.
Yeah. If I start adding, I'm like, then it has to stay in because I added it. And
because even as I feel like as a joke, you were just like, oh, it'd be so sick to have like Jesus's name like on like his like my name on Jesus's chest like, as a joke, and you're just like, well, now I said it, now I gotta do it. You're like, now I have to do it, and that's kind of what sold the number too.
Yeah, and I also was gonna do my full name, Everly Rose, and I even told you the night before we left, I was like, hey, I think I'm gonna cut the Rose part because I can't even imagine doing it. I'm like, he's small. There's not enough room for that, and if I make it too small, you're not gonna be able to read it. It's like we're just gonna stick to the first name.
Yeah,
just the first name, and I think that was a good cutback that actually worked. It made sense and was okay, but yeah, I had fun. I think doing the number. I remember while we were getting ready, you getting 3 people together, me getting 1, waiting till I was good enough until getting Jesus ready. You know where this is going? You know where this is going?
Give me a second, sister. Could gather myself. Okay, go ahead.
So I'm in full mug. I think I'm done, actually. I'm just waiting for Jesus to finish getting out of the shower. Yes.
I think that, but I think you just need like an eyelash or something. Because you usually sit down and eat when you do that, and you were just eating.
Yes. I didn't put my eyelashes on because I needed to put my contacts in, and I can't put my contacts in until there was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sitting there eating my breakfast at 5 p.m. talking to the group. I'm telling the group how I think the guy from last night looks like the guy I had a crush on named Derrick. That's what we're calling him. Derrick, I thought looked like him, and I was telling the group, whatever, and they're like, let me see a picture. So I showed them a picture of the guy from last night and then Derrick, and this one was like, no ham, no cheese, no bologna, no ham, no way, ma'am. I'm sorry, no, it's not Derrick. I thought I think there were similarities at which I was grasping because they were both of similar nationality. They both had similar lips, I would say. The build of their body was very similar.
So you liked them because of similarities?
No, I just thought he was hot.
No, but like you got off on like the fact that like were similar.
That it looked like him? I didn't get off on that.
Like he looked like Derrick.
He did.
So you were turned on by that.
I didn't realize he looked like Derrick until after it was all over.
So there's a lot of similarities.
There were some few. But you said no, so what does it matter? You're trying to bait me.
You think there's a lot of similarities.
There was a few, very minimal.
So they both ignored you?
No, because I slept with one of them. Anyway. Jose is in half clown mug, looking crazy as hell. And he goes, I feel so out of the loop. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, no, he literally goes, he's like, Derrick, who's this Derrick person? He's the person that, like, if we're talking about something, he does not want to be out the loop. He wants to know what's tea because he wants to laugh too. He said, no, cut the bullshit. Who's this Derrick person? I need somebody to tell me. So then my sister goes into full story mode. We're not going to get into it because it will give away who Derrick is. But she's going and she's on her full, very serious moment. My mother, Iris Seymour, I know you're watching this, was on the couch, just texting, whatever the case is, not paying attention.
I'm telling this heartfelt story, like she was saying. I'm giving all the details, being very serious, very just, being like, this is what happened, this is where it started, this is what ended up going on through my head, and where we ended up, and what happened, and where we're at now.
And I would say you spoke from the heart, genuinely. Like, you were like, you weren't putting on a character, you weren't being like, so there was this guy, you were literally like, no, like, here's this guy, this is what it is, it didn't work out, I still feel for them, like, you were being very vulnerable with strangers in the room. And then in my head, when I was painting, I was like, I'm sad. Not sad. I'm sad that you have to tell the story in front of strangers because there's a big part of you being judged. I feel,
Yeah.
and that's big of you doing it. But Jose's been a close friend of mine for like over 10 years, so it was nice seeing my two close friends share a moment. So I was just like, oh wow. It was very, very, very quick for me to hold that oh wow moment. Like, I'm glad they're sharing a moment.
Because you can go ahead and be Jose, and because I'm telling my story, and I go, and yeah, that's what happened, and now I just go on.
It's like, now let's go on and, hope one day, like,
No.
She says,
you're Jose. I said what I said. What did Jose say?
And Jose's like, dang, that fucking sucks. I'm really sorry, like, you had to go through that. Like, you're very beautiful, and I don't think, like, people, like, should go through that. But if you're bringing it up, obviously you're still not over it. And then I'm painting, and I'm just like, Gooped. My drag mom is laughing on the couch. And everybody in this room is just like, God damn. And Jose's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I'm so sorry. And I'm just like, nah, bitch. You meant that from the heart. Your tone and everything changed. He literally was just like, I'm so sorry about that. But like, obviously if we're talking about it, you're still not over it,
Yeah,
right?
literally.
And then she immediately clapped back and said, and what? Who said I'm over it? Who said I'm over it, huh?
Facts. That is what I said.
I was over here. And then later he was talking to me. He literally was like, man, I hope everybody doesn't hate me. And I was like, no. I said, it was just a moment. I said, I just felt like, you just didn't read the room. And he was just like, he said, I'm known to be a blunt person. And I said, yes. So was she, though.
You're glad she has processed Derrick.
Literally.
Because if this was
yes.
Oh, girl, that would have been crazy.
Yes, 100%. But yeah, I would tell the story. I was in shock. I was in awe. I was like, and you took it calm. I thought you were going to start reading and stuff right away. You've grown a lot since I met you.
Well, also, that fact's true. When he was like, well, I'm glad you could let it out and just let it be so that you can get over it. But if you're still talking about it, but in that moment, I'm like, who said I'm trying to get over it?
Literally.
Who said I care?
Care?
Well,
you do care.
No, I don't think I care. I think I don't actively care.
If he messaged you right now,
that's different. That's not active caring. If he messaged me right now,
then you would actively care.
I would actively care. I would automatically.
So right now you're remote caring.
I'm waiting for the nuclear codes to be typed in before I shoot. Because
well, you can't say shoot on YouTube anymore. You have to say pew pew.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Or you can get demonetized. Well, we're not monetized.
We're not monetized. Don't fucking matter. Okay. But yeah, no.
This competition makes me want to pew pew myself.
Makes me want to. This family makes me want to murder people.
T.
And by family,
I mean the Seymours.
And by family, I mean
this
I was gonna say the contestants.
Oh. Wake it up.
Ew. So, are we done talking about Derrick?
I don't know. Are we done talking about Derrick?
We can be.
We'll talk about him next episode, guys. That's enough for this episode, though. We'll talk about him every episode until we have him, I guess, in the pod. You know what? I would love that.
Why?
Find something interesting about him.
I find lots of things interesting about him.
Okay. Find something we'll find interesting about him.
Actually, have you seen him? He's gorgeous.
Because you're going to play his ad, and then everybody's going to be after him.
There was already a girl after him once, and it pissed me off.
And where's that girl now? Never to be seen. Where were you that day? Don't worry about it. Alrighty, guys. So for Horror Week, I wanted to go ahead and elaborate more on my number. The costume that I'm wearing right now is basically my go-to costume that I've been having for a minute. After this, I'm putting her in the closet.
In the vault. Yes, God.
No, in the trash.
Really?
No. Oh. Well, I'm not gonna wear her for like a year or two. I want to get other things. So people can start reading me for wearing the same things, mother. Basically, I wanted to go for a clown camper because I do a signature white face. And I had a drag clown in Austin help me. Ooh la la, love you so much. And I also had Jose in my number, and we called him Stinky the sock puppet. Is the sock puppet that we use as another camper. And then I had my mother as our beauty queen. Basically, I was going and telling a story at a campfire, and I was letting everybody know, hey, has anybody heard like a scary story? I had a scary story, and it was about before the camp was a clown camp. It was actually a camp for beauty queens who were basically trying to.
I love how I'm about to have to explain your concept. It was a pageant camp for pageant girls.
It was a pageant camp for pageant girls who were trying to better their beauty and poise and grace.
Yes.
I love that. Yes. Amongst all of them, there was one camper who was fiercer than the rest, and her name was Phoebe Seymour. Phoebe Seymour was known for her wicked vocal skills, and basically she was trying to be the best in every competition. On her last competition, right after she won, she slipped on a banana peel, and forever then she hates every and all things banana.
Because she died.
Yes, because she died. And luckily at clown camp, we use bananas all the time. Also, Dazey Seymour in this scenario is obsessed with bananas because she's a girl who likes to eat. She has a little number with bananas, a little craze fest. The campers were supposed to die in a funny way on stage. That did not end up happening. There were a lot of miscues. There were a lot of lighting cues wrong with my number, but everybody else's number did amazing. I loved your lights during your number. I loved them during Trey's number. Loved them during Greta's number. Lavender's number did really, really great. Devonna wasn't there, but her lights were great too, I'm sure. Everybody's but mine. It is what it is. I had a great time with my friends. I had a great time doing the concept. I didn't have a fun time on stage performing it in that exact moment because we messed up on so many cues and I'm putting so much pressure on myself for this competition. But I'm loving this competition, getting a stronger bond with my drag mother. I'm glad that she actually drove out and came out and supported us and also drove back the same night, which is crazy. I offered her to come and stay the night with us. I'm also loving just putting myself out there in different scenarios. Like this clown concept I would never have done. I wouldn't have done anything for Horror Week. So overall, I would say, even though I flopped really, really hard, and we'll get to the placements about it in a little bit, I'm really, really proud of what I did, ultimately. I think it was a really fun number.
I think it could have been. It could have been a really fun number. Mm-hmm. It was a shame that, I don't know what you had told the DJ about your lighting cues, but your number was pitch black the entire time. There was no lights. I will say, I liked the ending.
I don't think you like the ending.
Well, no, not the ending, but when we were creating...
The fact that it ended?
No, sister, no. I was going to say, what you like to eat?
Apples and bananas?
Yeah, I love that part.
You like the apples and bananas?
Eat apples and bananas.
I never... That song was so funny.
Okay, so you do your number. Apples and bananas.
I do.
Which then, so when we were playing this concept, it was going to be her doing the apples and bananas song, and then everyone was dying.
I was going to be basically eating a banana, throwing a banana peel. They slip and fall on stage. I get to kill the campers before Phoebe comes out and kills them herself with her bludgeoning microphone. And I was supposed to basically kill the campers, like I said. And that did not turn out the way I thought I did. I know I didn't see it. I have a video of it. I have not seen the video of it. I do not want to see the video of it. I've never posted a video, a picture, anything of that week because I am so embarrassed with how everything played out. How is it from your eyes, Everly? Can I ask you?
Pitch black.
So you couldn't see anything?
I think I could. Honestly, it would... In the eyes of an audience member, I thought it was very hard to watch, especially in the beginning. I understood having the flashlights over the campfire. I think there would have been a different way to do that so that there were lights. I guess, because I don't know what your lighting cues were specifically, but I think if you just had some lights on, and then They left, did their thing. It was just very hard to see, so it was hard to watch. You didn't know what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite part of the number, like I said, the apples and bananas. But that was the last thing I heard about in the concept arena when we were making it. Then, out of nowhere, there's a breakdance number that happens, right? And she cuts apples and bananas halfway through and starts breakdancing with a song, like beat drop.
Yeah. So
Sister, that was so cunty. It was so unexpected. With the vibe of the performance itself and what then it was giving, that right there was so unexpected. I did not see that coming.
Thank you.
That was the part where everyone then started like cheering because it was so exciting and no one expected that. It like brought life to the performance.
For sure. Thank you, sister. Again.
I loved that part. That was sickening.
Again, I tried. I swung big too because also I was one of the few people who did an original concept.
Yeah, I think also I think it goes back to what I said week 1 when I had Tiffany in my number, and it was like you asked me then, did I enjoy prepping for that, and I said no, because
you have to rely on
having to rely on other people is so stressful. Regardless on if they are a reliable person, you never know what could come up.
Especially the day of.
Exactly, and it's very hard to know what you can do and cannot do anything else to make them better.
For sure, 100%.
So it's a lot of stress that goes on you to then you have to really just give into it and just let it happen. But again, since even if you gave into that for your performance, it wouldn't have mattered. You couldn't see it.
For sure, 100%. I just felt like the cards were dealt that week.
Yeah, it was really unfortunate. I think you went first, right?
I went first too. I had to set the tone of the night, so. Well, enough about me and bad performances. Let's talk about your performance.
Yes. My performance. So sickening. My concept, again, was a woman that is stealing the skin off her victims in order to create a custom outfit. She's in search of the perfect fabric because nothing is good enough. And the only
polyester.
Yep. Cotton. That got you.
Yes, that got me.
I didn't have many like. I didn't have a lot of extra things, but the things that I brought were necessary and all played a place. For example, the table that I had that I placed Jesus under with a cover to then hide him because he's my victim, and the monologue I had of them just saying, "Hey, this is HPD looking for this person. They're missing, presumably taken by the Skinner," which is what I named my character. And if you have any leads, call in. And then the number starts, and it's me like rifling through a chest of fabric, going, "Nothing is good enough," like naming all these fabrics, and then slamming the chest. And what's so cool is like I'm glad I didn't add like a slamming door or whatever noise in like the mix, because when you like hear me slam the chest, you hear it in real time and like you feel that emotion. I can be so reading into it, but when I watched the video back and when I was living it, it was so fun to just do like acting, I guess. I don't know. It was just fun. It was a fun time. And I could just be the character. My character was a woman who was just deformed, which I had because I had the scarring. She was, there's not a backstory on how she got that way, but she is like, her eye is, I was wearing a white gridded contact in this one because I've had the scarring down here. And then a like sclera black one on this side with the sewing needle. And I did Frankenstein by Rina something. Don't know how to pronounce her last name, but I did a little bit of that. She's so tired of being a monster. She doesn't want to be a monster anymore. And so she's trying to find a way to feel beautiful. And unfortunately, she has to resort to what she's doing because that's her like evil side, because her voice says she doesn't want to do it. And that's what kind of you hear her talking. She's like, "No, I don't want to." And then the voice in her head, like it was playing in the background like a ghost. And it was like, "You know what you have to do. No, it's not right. Neither is what they did to you." I just love it. It was so sickening.
Very conceptual.
Very conceptual. I love when a good concept can be done and perceived and executed correctly. It's Jesus on the table, freaking out. I reveal him, and he's like,
and he's gagged
with a sock.
Yes,
ripped out the sock. And he's like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" And he's saying, "I need your skin." And he's like, "Why?" And it's just, things that itch my brain are clever things when it comes to storytelling and like clever with lyrics. When lyrics from one song line in with another song, and you combine the two. For this one, when he's like, why? The next song I did was How to Get Away with Murder by South Arcade. And the beginning of right when he's like, why? The song starts with the second verse, and she goes, "You won't stop asking why, telling me that I should be on your side. Now you're stuck on my table." And it was just so fun, and it was just there, and I did a little thing. I ended up pulling his intestines out. Had a little moment with that. He fell off the table. He's like crawling, and I'm performing around him a little bit. And when the beat gets where it's gonna start dropping or whatever, I flip him over to his, so he's laying on his back, and then I grab one of the retractable knives that I bought, and I just go to town, stabbing away, slicing, doing the thing, having a blast. This beat drop break is a little long. I didn't cut it. I should have a little bit. It was a little long for my, because I'm like, nobody stabs this long.
Yeah.
Unless they are that angry. And I that night, not that angry.
No.
Not that angry, no.
The least angry night. The least angry night.
I would say so, yeah. I should have brought that knife the other day. I get done stabbing him. I pick him up. Wait for, it's not a beat drop, but in the bridge, when it's like that big reveal moment, like when people will do a split or a roll, or it's like the stunt of the song. He had a tearaway shirt that I made. So when I reached around him and I ripped it off, it had my name written across. But not written across, looked like it was carved with a knife, because I used scar wax, liquid latex, coagulated blood and stuff. So it was there, and then he fell on the floor, snapped his neck, and called it a day. And that was my number.
It was pretty sick.
I had a wonderful time doing it. So much fun.
Should we talk placements?
Before we talk placements, is there any number that stood out to you that you did see?
No.
Okay. We posted a poll on the Seymour's Instagram account.
My poll or your poll?
I'll let them decide.
It's brown. So it could be anyone.
Well, it could be.
What was the poll about, sister?
The poll was about whether you, the audience member who tune in every video we post, what you wanted to see. We asked if you wanted us to talk about more about us and our personal experiences and just fun little stories between us, because that's what we know most about. Or if you wanted to hear more about the whole competition and how everyone else is doing. And just like I thought.
Everybody wanted to hear about us.
Y'all don't give a fuck about them. And you know what?
I'm at peace with that.
Sickening. Makes our job so much easier.
We don't have to remember what everybody did this week.
And and let me tell you, she wasn't watching because she was in the bottom. It was spiraling. I wasn't watching because I was getting dressed after your number. Got fully dressed. And then I had to pee. So then I got fully undressed.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Oh, it was a personal problem that made everyone else's problem.
Yes. Chamana, get over here.
No,
undo me.
No, I made Jesus and Jose fucking figure me out. It was a disaster. This was all before I went on.
She said, "Hey boys, you have 30 seconds.
Go." Yeah. Oh, hate peeing in drag when I'm fully taped up and ready to go. Awful. But yeah, after I went, I was like, well, I'm not lip syncing. I'm not changing.
Yep.
Did I bring another outfit to change into? No. But I didn't think I was gonna. There was something about Horror Week where I knew I was gonna be good. There's just something. I feel I will always be so confident in horror stuff when it comes to me. I love it. We go up on stage and we're getting our placements. Everyone is called. We're just kind of.
You're still on stage.
You're still on stage too.
No, you're still on stage, and they say my name, and they say Greta's name, and they let us know that
you were trash.
We were the bottom two of the week. And surprise, surprise, Lori says that because Devana missed the week, that we will be having a top two instead. So I missed a lip sync by the skin of my teeth. With that being said, I will let all you hoes know now. I would have ate up that lip sync 10 times better than anybody in the top would have ate that lip sync. Well, as I tried to eat that lip sync.
Well, let's talk about who was in the top, sister.
For sure. Before clarification, anybody in the competition. The only other person that I knew the words for a fact was Greta, who was in the bottom with me. Everybody else, even everybody in the top, you guys kind of knew the words. The only person I know knew the words was Greta. So you guys missed out on an amazing lip sync. An amazing lip sync. I think she would have given me a run for my money. But with that being said, I was spared from the bottom of lip syncing, so Dazey Seymour got to slay another week.
I think it was only fitting after you saved me from the bottom too.
Yeah, do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that? When I put myself in the bottom to save this bitch? So yeah, you're welcome. Patua.
So technically I saved you.
So definitely we're even.
Because I was in the top.
Everly was in the top. So was Trey Divine. And so was Traumata.
Yes.
All three of them were in the top. And guess what Lori says? Instead of making a top two, instead of announcing just it, Trey automatically wins, right?
Yeah, Trey won.
Got Trey won. Highest score of the week. And with that being said, they all had to lip sync for a cash prize of $3.89.
That's what it was worth. Let me tell you.
That's how much I would have tipped.
I would have gave that to Traumata.
Yeah.
After watching that performance, yes, God.
Yep. That performance was amazing. If you guys don't know, it was a song called Derrick by God knows who. I don't know why Lori picked the song. I believe that she was under mushrooms, is what she said. We had to learn the song. I think it was she noted that it was the hardest lip sync song of the season. And surely if you're in the top, you're gonna know the words, right?
Surely.
No, fuck it. We're talking about Trey first. Fuck it. Trey was okay. Knew most of the words. There is a bridge in the song called Don't Cross the Mirror, and it's cha, 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 and it goes for like 4 or 5 stanzas, and I'm literally like, oh, that is so long. Even listening to it, I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do? That's me thinking about it. So I'm like, I know this bitch is thinking, what the fuck am I gonna do? So I'm just like, oh, okay, sis, if you got this, you got this. Trey is convulsing and stuff, selling it, throwing out this like tinsel banner ribbon type thing, doing stunts, pulled out a small penis. People in the audience member are trying to suck it. It's not my tea. It's not for me. It's not my aesthetic. So I was like, okay. I'm over here obviously rooting for my sister. Everly, I'm looking at her and she's on the stage, on the wall, legs crossed like this, saying, cha, 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 cha. And I'm like, Everly, do something! And she's trying. And I'm looking around and I'm like, oh my God, where is Traumata? And I look over and I'm like, she's in the crowd with us, watching the lip sync. I look over and she's at the bar grabbing a drink. Like, I was like, we're not even trying. Like, I was like, what? Like, I wanted to lip sync this. I wanted to lip sync the song. Like, if I was in the bottom, and then I was looking and I was like, damn, all this nerve and stress, I should have lip synced. Me and Greta should have lip synced. Yeah, it was sick. It was sick. You guys did an okay job. In sick in a bad way. Yes.
It was horrible. I hated every moment of it.
I think the only person that did an okay job was Trey. And lo and behold, Trey was the winner of the lip sync and the week of the week. Wait. Yeah. The winner of the week and lip sync. And the cash prize.
Yeah.
Woo, Trey!
No. Because if you ask me, which I'm so glad you did.
Really, what do you think?
Thank you. I think because Traumata eliminated herself from the lip sync, that I was top 2. That's already, right? Now, if we want to get technical,
okay.
Trey did not do the prompt at all.
What was the prompt?
The prompt was, to reiterate, and I will put a screenshot of the rubric right here. It clearly states, well, now I feel like I have to read it correctly. But it clearly states, summarized right here, I do not have it in front of me, that we are to create an original, never seen before, completely brand new concept in the style of our drag. Sister, what did Trey do?
I believe they did Nosferatu.
Believing. Now here's the thing. She believes. We all saw what he did. And he did Nosferatu straight from the movie. Used the lyrics and the TikTok from it. There was not an original character. There was not an original concept. It was the same thing created from the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's a chop. So technically, I won.
You know what, Everly?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Fan favorite. Sorry. Miss
Congeniality. Yes. So I won.
Yeah.
Great week for me.
Yep. Yep. I will let Tremata know.
I'll tell you.
Top 3.
I'll tell Tremata. Thoughts?
Well, horror week. I loved it. I was scared of being in the bottom, and I was. I was scared of lip syncing, but then I wasn't. Then I should have, and I would have stayed.
But you did stay.
I did. And got very, very confusing critiques.
Well, it was a great night for me. I had a great time.
Did you feel like accomplished? Like,
yes,
seen in the competition?
I felt seen. I felt heard. I felt understood. Again, as much as I could be in this competition, considering, like we've pointed out a plethora of times, that the critiques don't make sense. The rubric is non-existent. And when there is a prompt, it doesn't matter if it's followed or not. Mm-hmm. So, but again, with all that being said, with the circumstances that we have been given, I was seen and heard, and I presented something that I was proud of, and I will gladly do again. Mm-hmm. Well, here we are, going over our hot takes like we do every episode. My hot take for this episode is girls these days are too afraid of cosmetics.
I should put more on, right? I know what you're talking about.
Yes, it's just, I don't understand why you choose to look natural because it's just not giving.
I know.
Like,
I get confused for a CD all the time.
A criminal defense attorney?
You got me. You got me. Yes.
Right. What I mean by girls that are doing this is I realize that in the scene, I feel like girls stop wanting to wear pads. They stop wanting to wear tights. Mm-hmm. They just want to show their nipples. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, there's
a going in reverse.
Yes. I'm like, put on the drag.
Yeah.
Like, there is a fine line between doing that and being sexy if you have it, and not doing it just because you're lazy and be like, oh, I just want to do what they're doing because it looks easy. Like, not everyone is meant to show skin, to show their full body. Some people need to put on a pad. Some people need to put on a pair of tights. Some people need to put on cosmetics. Eyelashes and a lipstick is not enough for me. I want to see a drag queen. Mm-hmm.
So you want to see the contour. You want to see the highlight. You want to see the mascara. You want to see the...
Put on the cosmetics. Put in the work. Put in the transformation. Where's the fun? Like, where's the fun in all that? Like, I get you want to look, I guess, pretty. But you don't... If you're going to look like that on a show day and look the same on a regular day, mm-hmm. What's the difference? You're just putting on a dress. Mm-hmm. It's giving CD. But yeah, that's my hot take. I think girls should be wearing more cosmetics. Don't be afraid. They're not going to hurt you. Once you learn how to use
powder
them,
I have upstairs. Some cosmetics will hurt you.
That cosmetic does hurt, and let me tell you, you don't love yourself. Not at all.
My hot take this week is going to be something that my drag mom had said recently that actually I feel like widened my lens in drag. And I think I'm also tired of seeing clothes in drag. I'm tired of seeing outfits that I feel like you took off a mannequin at Ross, JCPenney, whatever the case is. And again, I'm rich saying this because I don't rhinestone my outfits fully or anything. But there's nothing added to them. My stuff is costumes though. Like the stuff that I do is costumes. You're not gonna go into a store and find that silhouette or that material, like all put together, those patterns. Some people are just wearing jeans or Walmart vests into their numbers, or whatever the case is. And I think it's cute if it's like a niche number. Like if you're doing, no, not even. I don't see a place for it. It's just not for me. Wearing your work uniform in your number, it's just not for me. It's not cutting it. I like costumes.
I don't know. That was 6th place material.
I don't know. But like even my drag mom, if there's one thing I have learned from just being like a Seymour or anything and having my mom around me, that bitch makes clothes out of literally anything.
The ugliest fabric.
The ugliest fabric, anything you get your hands onto, whatever the case is. Pull things apart, reupholster things, repurpose things, upcycle. It can get done. You can get thrifted clothes and make it look better than you just putting it on and saying it's drag and wearing no cosmetics and saying it's drag.
What's worse than not wearing cosmetics is not wearing cosmetics and then just wearing clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Girl,
I just love Austin.
And would you say that comment that was said by your mother was maybe inspired by something that she may have seen?
Oh yeah, definitely. It was definitely inspired. You're a drag person, king, clown, creature, queen, and somebody in the audience is like, I have that outfit. That is a red flag, and you need to change something up. Genuinely, 100%. Your drag should be bold, should be different. If you're doing drag to kind of just be like yourself, I guess not. I can't even say that. I think that's the wrong thing. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is like, there's the ones that are doing drag and are trying to do drag and have the transformation, and there are some people who are just trying to get the title for doing drag. Do you know what I mean? The clout behind doing drag.
There's people who are doing drag and there's people that are playing in drag.
There you go. Playing in drag. I love that. I love that term. Playing in drag.
Yes, God.
Well, anyway, that's my hot take for this week. I think people just need to costuming, design their things.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, that was our hot takes. And like we said multiple times, this is a safe space. And you all were thinking it, but we said it. Well, that was Horror Week. A quick little synopsis of what we went through, getting our package together, presenting it, and what the final outcome was for this week. Sister, did you enjoy that?
I did. And honestly, sister, I'm glad that we survived Horror Week and we didn't get slaughtered.
I love it.
With that being said, I'm also glad that nobody went home because it would have been Greta.
And you know what? Of course no one would go home. We want everyone in the competition, even people who aren't showing up. It's sickening.
It is, 100%.
I love it. I love it so much. And what I will say is going into next week, we're going into it. In the meantime, while you wait to see our next podcast, you can go ahead and follow us here on YouTube at Seymour Roses. However, please stay tuned on the Instagram where we'll be posting reels, behind the scenes stories on our Instagrams, and promotional things moving forward, and polls that help decide what you want to watch, what we want to say, and all things moving forward at Seymour.Roses. Mm-hmm. You can go ahead and follow us on our individual drag journey at It's Everly Rose and Dazey Seymour.
Nerds, I want you to get your fucking lube ready. I want you to lube up the fucking dicks. I know you guys are horny for these fucking two. She's going to be a Silent Hill character, and I'm going to be Winnie the Pooh. That's what you're going to see next week.
And I already know you're pulling the pad just thinking about it. So before you bust that nut, come back next week for a brand new episode of Seymour Roses.
Yes, well, we'll have a guest. Maybe Everly's other face.
In the meantime, we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.